All right, Jet fans, it's time to rally once again to chase Odell Beckham Jr. Oh, yeah, baby. We've got all the deets, including an ESPN analyst predicting that is going to happen and pair Aaron Rodgers and Odell Beckham Jr. together with the Jets. Let's get into it.
Zoinks! It is unequivocally the Super Bowl for New York Jet fans.
Field Yates, baby. Field Gosh darn Yates. Let's bring him on the show.
Come on, people. Connor Rodgers is joining the show. What's up, Connor? But Trevor Gosh darn Sycamore, baby, for me, personally, my favorite New York Jet of all time.
Wow, it's great to be on. What an intro that was right there.
Paul, nobody does an intro like you, man.
Paul, you give the best intro of literally any podcast that I've ever been.
I'm gonna lose my gosh darn bananas.
What's up, everybody? Paul Esden Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. I'm the New York Jets digital reporter for Heavy.com. Welcome to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/BoyGreen25. Make sure you guys like the video. Hit subscribe down below for all kinds of great New York Jets content, both live, daily, weekly, you name it, we got it. But we need to dive into the latest on the New York Jets and Odell Beckham Jr. Full article down below in the YouTube description with all the details. And here it is. If you guys remember, during the 2023 offseason, the Jets were hot and heavy for Odell Beckham Jr. Well, we've got quotes here to back that up just in case you forgot about it. The Jets scheduled a visit with Odell Beckham Jr., but that never took place because Baltimore ended up stepping up to the plate with their contract offer and prevented him from getting on the plane. But here are a couple of notes and quotes from that pursuit. ESPN NFL insider Jeremy Fowler said at the time that the Jets made a, quote, very competitive offer to OBJ in 2023. He added that OBJ, quote, probably should have been a Jet, end quote, based on how the talks were going. Sauce Gardner told Sports Illustrated that Odell wanted to play here. It was to the point where he was picking his jersey. He was telling me, like, hey, ask so-and-so if I could get the jersey number I want. He was going to wear number 7 with the Jets. That Sauce Gardner. Of course, as well, OBJ was on that Aaron Rodgers wish list of players that he would like to play with. So it was hot and heavy, and OBJ's apparently preferred destination was playing with the New York Jets. Ultimately, the Ravens got to a price that the Jets didn't want to get to, and OBJ ends up in Baltimore. And we all know the disaster that happened with the Jets. They had Mecole Hardman. That didn't work out. They traded him away for a bag of donuts, okay? Allen Lazard, terrible. Corey Davis retires. And Garrett Wilson's great. Garrett Wilson was there, but everyone else stunk. So here's the goal for the Jets heading into this offseason. Get more playmakers. Now, I get it. OBJ's coming off a bad year, but that's actually what kind of intrigues me about bringing him on the team and giving him another run. OBJ appeared in 14 of the 17 regular season games for the Ravens this year, making 6 starts. He finished with, again, pedestrian numbers, 35 catches, 565 yards receiving and 3 touchdowns. And here's this. He hasn't had a 1,000-yard season since 2019. And you may be saying to yourself, okay, so why should the Jets want him? Well, the Jets are going to have to get multiple pass catchers this offseason. And what I hear with those stats is that OBJ may come at a discount for the New York Jets. They can get him at a better price. Last year, he signed a $15 million deal with $3 million in incentives. That's too pricey, okay? Too rich. But he didn't perform with the Ravens this year. We'll see what happens in the playoffs, of course. Maybe that can potentially change the message as he becomes an unrestricted free agent this offseason. But I think the Jets can get him at a better price. Aaron Rodgers is healthy, more motivated than ever. OBJ and Rodgers had mutual interest in playing with one another. Everything lines up here. And consider this. If the Jets front office and management was so aggressive and so close to landing him a year ago, what would change a year later, despite the fact, sure, he had an injury-riddled campaign and pedestrian numbers, but would that totally say, you know what, we totally don't want that guy? If you were willing to go that far, why wouldn't you be willing to go that far again? And I'm not even asking to go that far. I don't want a 1-year, $15 million deal. That's crazy funny money. But with the pedestrian numbers he had, perhaps the Jets can get him at a discount and add him to the rotation. First off, I think OBJ is, which is the basis of all of this. I think OBJ still has a lot left in the tank. He just hasn't been able to show with Baltimore or some of these other recent locations outside of that run with the Rams, where he was looking pretty good early in the Super Bowl before getting hurt. I still think he has gas left in the tank. And if he's the second or third option on this Jets team, that's great news. You could say to yourself, Paul, there are plenty of options. Mike Evans, T. Higgins, Michael Pittman Jr., Devontae Adams trade rumors galore. Why would they go after OBJ? There's quote unquote better options out there, people say. Well, let's play the house here a little bit. Devontae Adams has to be traded for, so put him in a pile. T. Higgins, Mike Evans, and Michael Pittman Jr. all might be franchise tag, and none of them might hit the open market. So then, what are you sifting through? Calvin Ridley's, Brandon Cooks. You get my point here, is that what could happen and what will happen are different things. OBJ ain't getting the franchise tag. He's going to hit the open market. The Jets had interest in him before. Why wouldn't they have interest again? If you can get him on a reasonable deal, again, in theory for the Jets, he's your second or third option. And go get another guy. Draft a guy. Sign another guy. I'm not saying OBJ is the plan, but he's a cog in the greater scheme of things. The Jets need more pass catchers. I want OBJ. Aaron Schatz, ESPN analyst, is the one who predicted that the Jets will walk away with OBJ this offseason. Again, full details in the article down below for a column on Heavy on Jets, where you guys can check out the latest news, rumors, and nuggets, diving all things in New York Jets. I want OBJ. Do you? A lot of people, when I tweeted that out a couple weeks ago, did not, but perhaps this could change your mind. Make sure you guys like the video, hit subscribe down below. We got a daily show live every morning at 7:30, talking about all kinds of cool Jets offseason angles. I hope you guys can check that out. Plus, we have an afternoon show live every Tuesday and Thursday at 3 o'clock, and all kinds of other interviews and videos around that. So I hope you guys can check it out. Thanks for tuning into the channel. And again, make sure you show your support on the way out with a big fat like on the video and hit subscribe as well. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Take care.